I am a tough guy, and being tough means doing things myself, brushing my teeth, tying my shoes, but those are just the simple things. To be really tough, you gotta be able to do everything by yourself, like getting beaten up. Ain't nobody else whooping my butt but me. I'm kicking my ass, do you mind? And naturally, when it comes to getting ripped off, I do that myself too. In fact, quick little story for you. Last year when the fall season hit, the autumn leaves were dropping and I was feeling a little bit of the football spirit. Bought myself a copy of Madden that I played once and never again, but at least I got a coupon code for football apparel that I can buy and then never wear, furthering the ripping off of myself. I mean, who's with me? Video games are an absolute gold mine when it comes to ripping yourself off. We got mad passion for video games, so naturally it's a lot easier to buy games at a rate that outpaces what it takes to actually play through them. Hence, backlogs galore. Every gamer's got a backlog. Being an adult gamer and not having a backlog would be like being a beaver without buck teeth. Games we spent money on with every intention of playing, or maybe not, that then just sit there, never to be played no matter how many times we say or think we will. Not a great value. Heck, for some people, their backlogs have gotten so big that it's mathematically impossible to ever finish them by simply averaging out a typical remaining life expectancy minus hours allotted to obligations, sleeping, a random wedding you weren't expecting to fly out to. I'm telling you, somebody you know is gonna find their sweetie pie. Love is around every corner. But factoring it all together, there's not enough hours left in your life to finish all the games. And I know what some of you are thinking right now. If I don't get any value out of the video games I haven't played yet, then what do you call this? Looked at the back of the case one time, and I'll even do you one better. A few nights later, did the same thing, but this time standing up. And a couple weeks later, even opened it up to skim through the manual. Oh, this one doesn't have a manual, but now I know that because I play with my games. Point is, sometimes we enjoy just being able to simply have a game, knowing that one day, whether that day is tomorrow or the day we're lying on our deathbeds, we could play the game if we wanted to. Although, just a prediction, probably not playing Madden 25 on my deathbed. Maybe Contra though. But yeah, with so much emphasis around the dollar amount we spend on this game or that game, it can be easy to forget that getting your money's worth for something has a lot to do with what you do after you buy it. It's not just a simple case of, yeah, I got this game for a good price, I am good to go. And I've always felt like really cheap games can be one of the sneakiest culprits of ripping yourself off out there. I can't tell you how many times I've watched certain pickup videos where just based on the way the person is talking about the game they bought, I feel pretty confident they're never going to play it. It was only $5. It was only $10. It was only $15. Well, do that enough times and it adds up. And sure, you feel like you saved money by getting each individual game for a good price, but if you'd never bought any of them, you would have saved even more. Sounds obvious, but people fail to do it. And look, I get it. It can be hard to know what you're actually going to play. Sometimes people enjoy simply owning things even if they never use them. I understand all of that. I'm not telling people what to do, and I'm not one to judge. I purchased Madden football. You know, having it to make jokes in this video is probably the most use I've gotten out of it. All I'm saying is to just think about it. And if owning certain games hasn't brought you any enjoyment, maybe try to be more proactive about not buying games that will suffer a similar fate. I mean, they call me Mr. Consolidation. Literally, I have been called this. Sometimes less is more. When the less you have, the more you can enjoy it by spending more of your limited free time with it. And let me be clear, just in case somebody will misunderstand me, it happens every video. I'm not saying that you shouldn't care about what you pay for a video game, I'm simply saying that's not the only factor. What's interesting is that when a lot of us were kids, we did anything but rip ourselves off. With passion for video games through the roof and way less responsibilities, many of us would play our games to death. Many of us didn't own very many games either, so you could bet the games we did own got absolutely hammered with playtime. And most of us as kids didn't even buy the games we got to begin with. Our parents did. So even if our parents got ripped off initially at the time of purchase, us kids had their back by playing those games into oblivion to get their money's worth for them. How come our parents never thanked us for that? And by that same logic, I think Timmy owes me a thank you as well. Don't worry, Timmy, you didn't get ripped off. I've put some solid hours into Bean Machine. But as we get older, free time starts to just wither away. And the free time we do have, well, it's not always as free as we'd hope it is now, is it? The problem is that when you do have free time to do something like play video games, there's always something or some things you could be doing instead that the stupid, pesky adult responsible part of your brain nags at you to do, making it hard to actually enjoy yourself. If I still gotta wash the dishes one night, but choose to sit down to play some Donkey Kong, you don't deserve to Donkey Kong. That's just how it goes, and try as I might to speed things up, there's always something else that needs to be done. That said, as much as struggling to enjoy our free time can be a real obstacle for people, I got a video all about it if you're interested. I'll put a link in a pinned comment. You still gotta be realistic about how much time you're actually going to spend playing video games when you buy the video games you plan to play, which is tough. Our hearts yearn to play games more than we actually can, and we can easily become overly optimistic about the opportunity we'll have to play games. Alright, so here's the plan. I tell everyone that I've transformed into a crab, you know, like some sort of large-shelled hermit crab, and need to spend copious amounts of time inside my shell to survive. But little do they know, I'm actually playing video games. You know, sometimes I wonder if it would be helpful to like video games a little less than I do, especially as a retro gamer. You think choosing between Rebirth and Expedition 33 is tough? Try throwing in every good game from the 90s into the mix while you're at it. I can't emphasize it enough. You just really gotta make an effort to be realistic when you're buying games. And I just figured it would be helpful to point out how we might be making the hobby more expensive for ourselves than it needs to be, whether on purpose or not. Ripping yourself off is sneaky business. You gotta watch out or it'll get you. And it's in the best interest of your games too. They want you to play them. What finally got me to play Okami was one afternoon it said to me, I'm just a game standing in front of a boy asking him to love me. Oh. But anywho, I'd be curious to hear your thoughts on the subject as always. So leave a comment and I will see ya in the next video. He's the